Hello, bonjour, this is Thomas, K4SWL, actually Victor Yankee 2 Sierra Whiskey. And I'm at the Parc des Moulins here, outside of Quebec City, just north of Quebec. I've been watching that particular duck right there. I know he wants to come and crash my activation, but I'm not going to let him do it. Here with the family, they're out walking around right now. This is a beautiful little park, not an easy one to get to. It's almost difficult to find the parking area for it. But it's the second time I've been here. The first time it was an all-time new one, and I was the first person to activate it, actually, which is surprising because it's in a very populated area. And I'm going to put up a little stealthy wire right here in this tree, get a little tiny random wire going, and hopefully do an activation with what radio am I going to be using? I'm going to be using my Elecraft KH1 this time because that's what I brought with me. Actually brought it thinking I may sit at a bench, and I wanted to use my knee board for it. I don't think I'm going to need to use my knee board this time. I can probably just use the table here. So we'll see. We'll see what I decide to do. It's windy, so it may pull the radio off the table. The radio is so lightweight. So let's put a little line in this tree really quickly. I'm not going to use my microphones this time. And again, I'm going to try to stay a little stealthy here, hopefully. This is an urban park, and I'm just going to put a little line up here. Actually, I'll show you this first. I'm probably going to change out my throw weight and put a heavier throw weight on. I brought one with me. Did I bring it? Where did I put it? I think I put it in here maybe. Nope, that's my batteries. No, I didn't put it in here. Here's my knee board if I decide to use it. I've got another throw weight in here if I want it. Let me just see where I put it. I may have just stuck it in the main bag. That's what I did. Just stuck it in the main bag. I've got a little small antenna. It's actually in my pocket. It's this guy right here I'm going to use. And let's put this throw weight on this throw line. And the reason I want to do this, and this is a heavier weight than I thought. I thought I was bringing a 10-ounce weight. It's a 12-ounce weight, which they're a little crazy if you're throwing with 2mm line, because if you're not careful, you can get a little bit of rope burn when you got a weight this heavy. But with this weight, I know there's no way it's going to get stuck in a tree limb, and that's what I don't want here in this type of tree. So there we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Let's hop back here a little bit. And if you're local to Quebec City, I'd love for you to comment if you've been out here to do an activation. Okay, here we go. That was about perfect. It is not super stealthy this way because this line is bright orange, but it's a good line to get in. So what I'm going to do is put this off to the side. It's plenty high for what I'm doing. So I'll pull this off, put the weight down here. You know what? I brought my thermocell with me, and I think I'll actually use it here. So I'm going to use this little antenna. I'll have the details of this antenna in my video description, and especially on QRP.com. Here we go. It's really tempting to go ahead and use my knee board anyway. I can just sit back here and enjoy. There we go. It actually unravels nicely. Okay, so now let's pull this up, and the idea will be just to have it high enough that the feed point's off the ground. Now the truth is, I'll look a little less weird when my family's with me over here in a little bit. They won't be in the video, but they'll be off to the side. And if you're trying to be stealthy, just looking like a family guy and not as people think, like you're contacting aliens or whatever. This is like way too long for this. By the way, conditions today, very poor this afternoon. When I checked propagation, it does not look good, which is the reason I'm not using like the temptation here. And what I did last time for part of the activation was use my AX1 antenna. And that's the temptation because it's super stealthy to do that, but I'm not going to do it. Even though it's a little breezy, I'm going to put the... See, that duck is still there. He's still waiting. I'm watching you. I am watching you. Okay. Come on. If I can find like a place to set this down. There we go. So I started using the Thermocell last night because we were on our balcony at our condo and we were watching fireworks because it was the Fête du Québec, the Jean-Baptiste Day, and out there it was really still and it was dark, and that is mosquito time. Now I'm not worried about mosquitoes too much here, but I want to go ahead and use up the rest of this pad, and I don't have a whole lot of gas left in here, so I'll go ahead and start this. Let me see if it started. I have to check. Yep, I got a flame in there. So I'll just leave this down here. There's plenty of the stuff left on this pad here, so I'm just gonna put it down there at my feet, and that will remind me. Okay, now what do I need? I think I am going to use. I just want to use. I really want to use Mike's knee board, so I'm going to go ahead and set that up. I really want to use this knee board the way it's supposed to be used. Here we go. This is still pretty darn stealthy. Someone has to really kind of come up here to see this. See what I'm doing. Whoops, that didn't stick. Let's do this again. Oh, no, did the clip come off? Yeah, the clip. Sorry, that's what I did. I did the clip. Let's run this back through. Did I do that the right way? No. This is on backwards. This needs to come in here, up and back. I believe. Yes. There we go. Nice and tight. Okay. I'm going to take this off. I won't need these. If I brought everything like I was supposed to, which I think I did this time. So now this cord goes through here. This cord goes through here. And I won't be using the pad here at all. There we go. And then I'll plug in the antenna right here. Yeah, so the mosquitoes, one of the reasons I put this here is I wanted to use up what was left on that pad there so it doesn't just dry up and be gone. But if there are mosquitoes here, they'll be at my feet where the wind's still pretty calm and stuff. So that's the idea here. Okay, now, this time I actually remembered to bring the proper cable for my key. Here's the key I'm going to use, mainly because it's what I was using this morning for an activation. Now, I'm not going to rely on the speaker here. I'm going to use a micro little audio recorder. probably have to reposition this whole thing here so that it's you can see everything nicely. See, this is like slanted a little bit, but it's actually going to work well. I just want to get this tight enough. I'm not worried about it slipping off. I see when it's happening. I'm going to tie a knot in the back of this because it wants to glide and slip. Now you may ask about availability of this, and I have no idea, but I'm pretty sure that Mike KE8 PTX is going to be working with Joshua at Tufton, and I just set the switch at the top of the radio to be set for my BNC. Okay. Now I got to get out my recorder here and change the batteries in it probably. I can actually do it like this. Here we go. That's nice. That works. Let's see. Recorder. I'm joking about the duck, of course. I love ducks. I like birds of all sorts. Okay, I can use this. I'm not going to use this. Maybe I'll use the longer one. We'll see. Now, I looked, and the battery, I need to check the battery on this. It's got 2 segments. I should be fine. I've got more batteries if I need it, but I'd rather not have to use that. You know what? I will end up using the short cable. I can still put this in my pocket. So I put my headphones in. I just hope that the bands cooperate to some degree today. There we go. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. I put my earphones in, turn on the radio, prepare to do my activation. Now, I did schedule this activation, so hypothetically, the reverse beacon network will pick me up as long as there's some sort of propagation going on today. So I'm going to turn on the radio. I'm going to turn on the recorder here. See, in other people's videos, you don't get to see all this stuff. For good reason. Okay, so here we go. Oh, that's good. I'm hearing noises. I'm hearing noises. That sounds good. Okay. This is so I can sync my video. There we go. That's all I needed. Now I'm going to lock this so that there's no way it can move. There we go. See that? See that? That works. That works. Okay, 56.5. 1-to-1. Okay. Now see, this whole thing stays on my leg, even if I put my leg down like this. And I will be doing this from time to time. And I'm going to log here on this. But what I need to do now is remember the Parc. So it's Parc des Moulins, Windmill Park. And that's CA 50 something, I think. Let's see. This is where I need to get out my somebody's there. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. The CA allow. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in here. CA 5068. And this is the 25th of Juin, 2025. I'll put KH1 and fed random wire. 20 meters. See, this duck, he's just coming over here to be company right now. Isn't that awesome? Let's see, can you see him? I really shouldn't spend my valuable time doing this. Here we go. I'm trying to get my zoom to work properly. I don't really want a digital zoom going on now. Here we go. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. And it's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And? Oh, wait, maybe I put it on 6. Yes, that's it. Let me do one quick check and make sure that that sound I'm hearing... No, you know what? You know what? I am going to move because I thought that was something off frequency, but it wasn't quite. Let's look at the spots real quick. See if there's anybody on 20 meters there. 64, 60. Okay, there's actually nobody on 62 or 61 as well, are there? 58, 64. Let's see if we can hear them by chance. I doubt it. Let's go back to 61. Hey there, fella. He's just gonna chill out here, watch me do the activation. I don't mind an audience. I really don't mind an audience. Excuse me. Let's see if I haven't been picked up yet. I may spot myself here. Get the ball rolling. US, what am I doing? I'm in CA land. CA 50, 68. Okay. Come on, somebody work me now. Don't you think this should be the header on my QRP post? Okay, let's defy the poor propagation. Gotcha. Washington. That was fine. Mike's hex beam. He runs a hex beam, and I tell you what, that thing is amazing. He's a perfect advertisement for getting a hex beam. This is super relaxing. Using the kneeboard. I like a table, but you know what? This is very relaxing. And I can move my leg all around. It doesn't really make a difference with anything. This doesn't bode well. Even though I got Mike in here, he was really weak. And he has a hex beam. I would have expected. Manitoba, nice. Let's see if I've got any kind of RBN. Report here. No, that just actually is from Mike. Nothing from the RBM right now. These are really poor conditions. I may go down to 30 meters and see if it's any better. Or 17. The last time I came out here, 3 years ago, it was a real struggle to get that activation done. But of course, it's not the park. Other than there's a fair amount of urban noise here. You can notice that the noise floor is not low. There's a huge secondary and primary school that they've built next to this, and it's probably not 100 meters from here. So it creates a fair amount of QRM. We may move down to 30 meters here and try that. Of course, it could be worse, but let's see if there's anybody on 30 meters. I've only had 3 spots so far. That doesn't bode well. Okay, let's check 30 and see if anybody's down there. That may be an indication of... why isn't 30 on here? That's interesting. They don't give 30 meters as an option. This is very strange. Okay, let me try to see if I can get Stuart. 180855. It's a long shot. See, he's very, very low down the noise. He just can't hear me. I can hear him a little. He's just too low for me. Let's see. See if there's anybody else in 17 meters. I don't hear anything here. Spotted myself. I'll write 17 meters in here just to remind myself that I switched bands. And even if I don't work anybody here, at least I can go back later and say, oh, well, I tried 17 meters. it's a nice day to be outside, even if propagation's not cooperating. It could be that if Stuart sees my call, if he's looking at his spots and he sees, oh, there's somebody else in 17 meters, he may try to listen for me, to hunt me, and there's always that too. Thank you for that, Mike. I needed it today. This is going to be a struggle of an activation. So technically, if it was just wanting to activate the Parc and to get a full 10 contacts, I can very easily do this anyway, because if I have 4 contacts, I can work my wife and 2 daughters each on 2 different bands using my handhelds in the car. So technically I can make it work, I'm sure, but I want to get 10 contacts on HF. That's really my goal. Let this go a little while longer, and I'm probably going to go down the bands into 30 meters. listening very carefully in case there's somebody coming in that I can't hear. I could go up to 15 meters. Let's see if there's anybody there, if there's any activity up there. Probably not much. None. It shows some activity, but it's not CW activity. Let's see. You hear the QRM. This is what's making it even that much more frustrating. Whoops, wrong one. It did take my spot finally. Okay. Here. Mike is almost carrying me through this entire activation here, so I've got him on 3 bands. If I go down to 30, there's no way he'll be able to work me from Washington State, but that's kind of promising. The big thing's listening through the noise here. If I narrow my bandwidth, it kind of helps a little bit, but okay, I'm gonna move my leg here just a little bit. It'd be fun to get one more. That's nice of. I'm gonna make a screenshot of that. Mike is totally carrying me through this. He's given me 3 contacts of the 4 I've got so far. And it's so funny, like, and he's like the most distant station I'd work today. But he's a good operator. He's got a good setup at home. And it makes a big difference when conditions are so crappy. That was supposed to be a 4. I hear some QRM, you probably do too, that's going to move its way over our way. Let me see if I can get further away from it. It probably would move wherever I go, to be honest. Yeah, you can hear it moving down here too. It doesn't hang around long. Ah, the RBN actually picked me up in 7 land, which is where Mike is. Let me just look and see if there's no, I want to make sure there's nobody there I can't hear. Okay, what is going on? CW, all. Is that seriously all the spots out there right now? There's no way. There's just no way. Something's not right here. Sounds like maybe there was somebody there. This is what we'll go for, is the original frequency. I see it didn't take me. That time I think it took me. Come on, 30 meters, produce something for me. I'd like to work some more Canadian stations. This is where having the beacon is great. Having like a beacon when you're doing your CW just makes things so nice. Ooh, you came way up. Sorry, there's a bug climbing up my inside of my trousers. All right. So I've got 6 logged, which is really nice. The only thing I'm really in a hurry for is I need to allow enough time that we can stop by my favorite patisserie on the way home to get some bread and stuff. And that's very important. And I have to look up on the map to see how far away it is from here, actually, because I'm not entirely sure. I think it's probably about, let me think, probably about 40 minutes. Let's do a quick check. I'll let you in on a secret for where it is, because it's like the best patisserie in the world. It's called Praline et Chocolat, Chateau Richier. Directions, 40 minutes. I was spot on. But I'm thinking, instead of going down this way, which I always do, it's got all the congestion, I was thinking about maybe going here and going through Beauport and down. But that may add a lot of time, I don't know. Ooh, that's 38 minutes. It's a little quicker. So I've got to be able to at least make that if I want a happy family. Oh, nice. Good old Alan. He may not be in New Jersey right now. He may be in Maryland. Yes. Oh, that please. This gives me how many now? 8? That's nice. Yes. Looking all of a sudden more doable. Well, like I said, it's done because I can always make VHF contacts with my family. I love this knee board. Mike, this was a... Okay. Gotcha. Good old Brian. Okay, who's the other station? This is nice. See, I have my 10 now, all HF, which is wonderful. A lot of friends in this, you know, again, to be honest, I feel like all the POTA people are family. But it's just nice to have like these people who, they know, you know, a lot of these people really know my trip schedule and everything, because we're in pretty good communications with each other, and it's nice that they're able to come in, like Eric here, and I texted Eric actually to tell him where I was. Oh, he's parked. I'm going to make that the official one. He couldn't hear me come back that time. The other station came in on top, which was fine. The other station probably couldn't hear him at all. And so, anyway, I've got him in there now. And that was a Parc to Parc. I'm going to go for about 5 more minutes and I'm done. I wonder if I should go down to 40 meters too. Why not? Don't tell me this is the best band. $2.3 to 1. I can take that. That's fine. Let's go for 40 just to see. Yay. Spot posted at least. I like keying by hand. It is awfully nice to let something beacon for you. Like 2 or 3 more minutes. I'm just telling my daughters. They're out walking around. They just walk by, like, looking at me like, how much longer? This has been a fun activation, actually. It'd be great to get one contact on 40. Nice, thank you for making my one contact. Yeah, I'm pretty weak, I'm sure. Yay! Okay, one more CQ and that's it. Yeah, I wasn't expecting anything there. There we go. Let's start packing up. Take a final few photos here, especially of my logs. So I've got that in more than one place. Parc des Moulins, very nice. I was just happy to complete this activation. Here we go, go ahead and close this up. Turn off the radio. There we go. And I'll pack everything up here. Let me go pack up real quick. Let's see. First of all, let's take off this key. I love this key. This is great. I'm gonna put things behind me here. I'm gonna put them just here so I can actually stage this while I'm taking off my let's take this off, pull off the hold, hit stop. There we go. Turn it off. And press hold again once it's off. That way I know it doesn't turn on. And then grab. Sorry you have to watch my gear like this being put up, but hey, that's just the way it goes. I've got enough time to make it to the patisserie. I don't have enough time to fit in the bookstore too, and I love books, but you know what? Patisserie wins, because that makes my family happy too. At least my daughters. Okay. Mike gave me this to use for the key, and it's really genius with the key, actually. Okay, here we go. Oh, I forgot this. This needs to go in there too. There's actually plenty of room for this in here, as long as the, there we go. That's perfect. Okay, and I just take this off here. Whoops. Oh, what am I doing? I have to take this lid off first. There we go. The cover has to come off, and then open it up kind of wide. Push it through like that. There we go. And take this off. That is really genius. I love this little... Now, I wasn't at the best angle because the ground underneath me is like, you may have noticed I had to rest my leg down on occasion because I like to move my legs around as I'm operating. And so I really needed a spot. I should have sat probably this way because I think over here the ground's a little higher and it would have been a little more comfortable for my leg. But you know what? This was actually pretty comfortable as was. And let's put this up. Put the key up. And my logging book goes up in here, this particular pocket of my bag. If you want to see how I pack this bag, I've actually got a whole video for that. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look here. Whoops. Knocked over my thermocell. If it's even still running, it is still running. I don't know how in the world this canister, it's like, I didn't even know that there was like any gas left in it at all, but it still has some. Turn this off, put it away. Cute little dog walking past me right now. And since the thermocell's kind of hot, I'm not going to stick it in here like this. I'm going to leave it out so that it can kind of cool off a bit. So let's put this in here. Let's put up my page 1 now in the pack, and I need to set it up as if I'm going to use it for pedestrian mobile next time, because that's probably what I'll end up doing. So put this back in, put the key back in, and reattach the counterpoise. Not that the counterpoise could have, I mean, it probably could have, it'd have been fine if it had stayed on, but I don't know that it would have hurt anything at all. But, and then I go ahead and switch the switch on here to be 20 meters using the telescoping whip. I may just be able to throw this on top of this. Can I do that? There we go. Situate that. And we are in, except the earplugs don't like that. There we go. Put this on top, and that's my whole kit. That goes in my bag. This goes in my bag. Now it's time to take down the antenna proper. So first thing we'll do is put up the cable here. This worked out really well. This is so pleasant out here. After a few days of hot weather, this has been just divine. The weather's just really wonderful here. Every time we go to Canada in the summer, and we do this every time we have a chance, we feel like we're dodging, like we're almost cheating as North Carolinians, dodging the really hot summer weather. Nope, put it up in the pocket where it belongs, Thomas. Don't because you're in a hurry, put it where it shouldn't go. So I'll regret that. And don't forget your phone. And take a picture of the antenna, because I didn't do that before. So what I'm going to do now is just take this off. This worked really, really well. I didn't have to worry. This is 12 ounces, which is way excessively heavy for what I'm doing here. I really would have liked 10 ounces. I'm a bit of an arborist line connoisseur. But Basically, it allows me to not have to worry at all about a line getting stuck in a tree under any circumstances. That 12 ounces is going to pop straight through anything I throw it in, pretty much. But 10 ounces would have been just fine and probably slightly better. Here we go. Undo that. I'll do the other side over here. This is such a compact little antenna. I love it. And I had it in my pocket. It's that small. It's easy to fit in the pocket. And obviously works pretty well. I made 30-meter contacts, 40-meter contacts, even though it's a wee little tiny antenna. And here's the band that goes across it. I'll just do it this way. Pick up a nice baguette or two. Probably two. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Put this up and we'll be done. I'm going to redo this just so I know it'll deploy nicely next time. See, it's kind of catching there. There we go. That way it doesn't take a bunch of line up into the tree next time I use it. I'm trying to keep this from being too tight when I do it. The tendency is with this thinner line is I want to make it a little tighter, but you don't want that. You want it to be a little loose. Because this line's a little more prone to tangle. Like this. And it's not actually knotted, like you can just untangle this, but it still just takes a little extra time. That was deployed fully vertically because I think the radiator's only like 17 feet. 17 and a half feet on that, something like that. It's a pretty short radiator, but effective. And obviously the KH1 ATU can handle it. Here we go. I'll go ahead and put this back in here, assuming that this is what I'll use next time. This particular weight. Put this in here. There we go. Done as dinner. Okay, I'll just put this stuff in here now. And I'm going to hold out the thermocell instead of putting it in the pack. And I'm going to take a picture of my pack too, because why not? I need one for my for the video that I'm going to do about this pack. In fact, I need to do one like this. I need to do one as a header. So you get to see all this stuff in my videos. Isn't that something? Hey, listen, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. This has been kind of a long-winded activation, but it's a gorgeous day. It's a wonderful day to be hanging out outside out here. My family's had a good time, I think, while I've been doing this. Now it's time to get stuck in a whole bunch of traffic, and yeah, not looking forward to that. But I will get to go to my patisserie, which will be really nice. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being a kind person and being on this planet. A very special thanks to my Coffee Fund and Patreon supporters especially. I really appreciate it. You help keep this dream alive for me, so I really appreciate that. Take care, everybody, and until next time, 7 twos.